G'day guys, I want to share a really quick tip with you. And the tip is that you need to be in love with the process of your passion more than the passion itself. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that everybody wants a particular goal. Everybody wants to be a doctor, an engineer, to lose 10 kilos, to be able to run a marathon, to be able to do public speaking, whatever the goal is, or the passion project is, we all have it. But one of the things that I've realized, and I realized this in myself just recently, is you have to fall in love with the passion. So on Saturdays, I leave Canberra and I travel to Sydney to attend this startup workshop. And I leave on a Friday. It takes me 6 hours to get to Sydney via public transport. And then on the Saturday, depending on how good the transport is in Sydney, sometimes they close the transport without telling anyone, like the metro, they closed it up. Depending on how good or bad it is, usual 75-minute trip where I'm staying took a lot longer last Saturday. So my point is, Friday and Saturday, it took me 8 hours of travel time to get to this workshop. And I share that with you because that's the real deal. You've got to love the process more than the passion. The passion of just being at that workshop and learning and gaining insight into what they were teaching, that's what I wanted. I wanted to be part of a network of people who were on the same journey. And for me to do that, I need to go to Sydney for 12 weeks and be around these go-getter people. But to do that, it takes me a day and a half, pretty much quarter of a day, to get to the workshop. And at any moment, when the trains are running late, when it's my 5th hour of travel, and Sydney and Canberra are so close, but on public transport it takes so much longer, you can get frustrated. And I totally got frustrated, like, do I really want to go to this thing? Is it really worth it? And it's in those moments of frustration that when you and I can push through those, that's when we get to the edge, and that's when we pass the test of the process and eventually get to the passion. Because the passion lasts a lot longer, because once you get the degree, you get the title, you get the income level, you run that marathon, once you get your ideal weight size, whatever that goal is, once you get to that, there's always something else that you're going to go after. There's always something else that you want to expand, you grow or challenge yourself. And the process of getting to that, being in love with the actual process rather than the passion, is what allows us to stay in the game and stay committed for a lot longer. And I felt that, like, I experienced that on Saturday, and truly the journey is the destination. I couldn't have had a better metaphor to God place me in a situation where I would experience that. And I wanted to share that with you because there's a lot of talk about passion. I teach it. But the number one way to live it is to pick a passion, but more importantly, what is the process to get to that passion? And would you love that process? Because you and I are going to be longer in the process than actually living in that passion. Fall in love with the process more than the passion.